Hi Paul, Hugh and Matt from New Visions. We got a modification to our jig for mounting doors on Euro style cabinets. Now we've added another piece for doing the drawer fronts as well. Typically when we mount our drawer fronts we use the Blum drawer front adjusters, so it gives you a nice adjustment up and down, left and right, and it's easier to take the drawers off when they go to the finisher. We don't have to worry about stripping out the screws. So what we ended up doing is making a jig that we can mount on the side of the cabinet and give us the hole for our drawer front adjuster and a locking screw for out in the field. And just like with our line bore, everything bores from the top down. This hole from the edge of the cabinet to this hole here is always the same. It never changes, regardless whether there's an 1/8 inch gap on the side, a 1/16, or it's flush. So when we do this, put our drawer front again, drill the top adjuster hole, then the locking hole, and do the same thing for either side. Then, with our drawer front, we take it over to our jig, and in this scenario we need an 1/8 inch gap here, so I'm going to put an 1/8 inch filler in, right here, put our drawer front up to it, and we also need an 1/8 inch gap at the top, because this is a typical kitchen cabinet. So I put my 1/8 inch spacer at the top, and then I need an 1/8 inch between the drawer front and the door, another 1/8 inch spacer. Line that all up nice and tight, take my Vicks bit, give me a pilot hole for the drawer front adjuster, and then I'm going to mark out my center hinges for the center line for the hinge plates, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Now the other side, this cabinet butts up to another cabinet, so I only need a 1/16 of an inch. I put my 1/16 inch spacer in the side here, 1/8 inch gap at the top, and an 1/8 inch gap between the two doors. And again, hold that on nice and tight. Take my Vicks bit, give me a little pilot hole. Transfer my center lines for the hinge plates. And then I can bore these out for the drawer front adjusters. Modification will be a drill press for this, but for right now this is going to be fine. I got a garbage can right here to get most of it. You just hammer in the drawer front adjusters. Hammer in the other drawer front adjuster. And then inside you just use a machine screw. Mount the drawer front. Part of doing the job is putting the drawer fronts on. At least with this it gives you a little more adjustment. And then what we're going to do is take our doors that we marked, and we're going to bore those. Dust collector. And then we used again the Blum toolless insertion hinges. Nice and easy to do. Clip this up here. The other one here. And then when I'm done, I'll show you a close-up of the actual templates. I got those set. I just need to adjust the drawer front to the actual height that it needs to be at. And again, we're doing the installs, this makes it so much easier. Typically leave our 1/8 inch gap. This drawer front can come over just a smidge. Nice thing with the handy-dandy drawer front adjusters. And what I try to do is leave all the adjustments still in the hinge and the drawer front adjusters, or the drawer slides, for out in the job. So if I really need to adjust anything else, I still have the full adjustment of the Blum undermounts and drawer fronts. So there you have it. Drawer fronts mount the same every time. Top drawer is always going to be the same. And one modification we made is I made another template starting from the bottom of this cabinet or drawer front going down to the next drawer front. If this was a stack of drawers, I use this template, bump it up to this drawer front, hit the drawer box below, and repeat the same procedure. So it really works out really nice, again, especially since we take all our drawer fronts off when they go to the finisher, and then when we install them out in the job, it's just so much easier, not a stripped out screw. And now I'll show you the actual templates. Alright, so this is our template that we typically do for our line bore. Again, we choose to line bore from the top of the cabinets down, and then we'll have it marked out. This would be the right-hand door, this will do the left-hand door, and obviously it's every 32 millimeters. So you just mark out where your drawer fronts or your hinge plates go. Like this one is typically up because we'll have a pull-out down at the bottom of the cabinet, so we'll leave that up higher. And then the drawer front adjusters, we made this template that still lines up with the line bore. And then we just have these little pins to flush it up. And then these are the 1/8 inch spacers that we use. I made a notch here. Now there are times where the drawer front needs to be flush to the top, so we just remove the spacer. So hopefully someone gets some ideas from it. You know, I'm very happy with your commitment to our industry. And have a great day. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.